Hello there, my precious little eggies. Today I have a fun crapshoot for you. The lovely people over at Lomography were kind enough to send me a sample roll of their upcoming color-shifting film, Lomochrome Turquoise. So big shout out to them. This video is not sponsored, by the way. The first batch of this film is expected to ship in June, but here's a little taste of what you can expect from Lomochrome Turquoise. If you've been following the channel for a while, you know
my brain sucks.
And as a result of this tragic fact, I forgot to take B-roll on the day when I was taking the photo, so I had to go back on a separate day, and that's why there's no snow on the car in the B-roll. Kinda cool that the car was still there, though. So why did I go for the cliche car headlight shot? Well, I'm trying to get featured on Analog Repeat again. Hey, just for the record, mine was the only car with snow on it, so I'm kinda next level there. But my eye was actually drawn to the orange from the turn signal on the car. I figured that was a warmer tone and it should be affected by the film, and I was right. But let's dive deeper.
What do you even do?
Lomography calls it the craziest member of the color shifting family. Warm colors become blue, blue becomes golden, and green becomes emerald. I decided to go for a shot of the Mill Plain Diner just because of all the reds and warmer tones. Oh, sorry. Tones! The blue sky gets really warm, and the warm tones in the building get really cool. It's really interesting to see the side-by-side of the diner and the photo. It took my little egg brain a minute to remember how the colors work, so here's a simple analogy. Shinx and its evolutionary line are typically blue, but if you catch a shiny Shinx, it's gold, and then they all turn gold. It's kinda like that. It's a lot like that. If you don't know what shiny Pokemon are, I can't help you. Here's a shiny gas station. Shiny gas stations are definitely pretty rare. There's only a 1 in 8,192 chance of that happening, so kind of a big deal. After that, I was off to my old stomping ground in the Bronx. I wanted to shoot some portraits of my friend Alex from the band Conversing with Oceans. I thought it'd be good to have a variety of, landscapes and portraits. There was a unique challenge presented on this roll, and I'm not just talking about the color shift. This roll is hand spooled, so the frame count is anywhere between 20 and 36. That did present a unique form of anxiety, but I'm kinda used to my other Bentax K1000 where the frame counter doesn't work, so I guess it's not the end of the world. But I had to be a little careful with how many photos I was about to take here. Spoiler alert, I wasn't. I thought Alex was a good choice because he has those dreamy blue eyes. His eyes warmed up while his skin cooled down. He kind of has Jinbei's complexion, actually. I'm not gonna lie though, I am pretty disappointed with these portraits because I jacked up the focus on virtually every one of them. It's a classic case of when you look at the negative or the thumbnail of the photo and it looks fine, and then you see the full frame and it's just kind of, yeah, so in conclusion,
I'm gonna kill myself!
I went for one of those out-of-focus foreground, in-focus background shots. I actually took this shot twice, one at f2 and one at f11 to see how the film would perform underexposed and overexposed. I gotta tell you, I'm not in love with the underexposed film, shocker, go figure. Usually film does better with an abundance of light. Generally speaking, I'm not in love with how the skin looks underexposed. Just looks a little muddy to me. And as we were wrapping up, Alex wanted to take a photo of me. Unfortunately, he didn't really focus it. But enough about portraits and not focusing things. Let's look at some more landscapes. I shot those portraits of Alex in Ferry Point Park. Ferry Point Park has an awesome view of Manhattan, and it's literally illegal not to take photos at sunset there. So I did that. My friend McDermott, who's also on YouTube, said that these photos reminded him of that scene from The Watchmen with Dr. Manhattan and his big blue wiener. These are definitely my favorite shots on the roll. These shots give me heavy No Man's Sky vibes. I did end up coming back on a different day to test the film at ISO 100, 200, and 400. Unfortunately, it was pretty cloudy, so it wasn't as dramatic as the other shots, but you could still see the difference between the photos. Last but not least, I shot a couple of photos of the Tappan Zee Bridge because the water was all frozen, the bridge is cool looking, and you can just make out the city down there, which is kind of cool. A few quick notes out there for the do-it-yourselfers in my audience. I did develop the film myself. This uses C41. I used the Cinestill Color Simplified 2 bath kit. I have a whole video on that. You can check that out if you're interested. And I scanned everything using the Epson V550. I used Negative Lab Pro to do all the color stuff. I ended up using the Cinestill 50D profile. I felt like that looked most accurate to what Lomography had on their website, but let me know in the comments below if you have experience editing this film and have a better way of doing it. For most of these edits, I used either Cinematic Rich or Lab Highlight Soft. I also messed around with the brightness and Lab Glow settings to get the skies to pop a little bit more. Something I found really interesting is that when you decrease the contrast, the oranges and the warm tones tend to pop a little bit more, and when you increase it, those colors get a little bit more bright or white looking, whereas the turquoise and the blue, the cooler tones, start to pop more. So there's definitely some creative freedom when it comes to the edit. Just for the sake of experimentation, I did scan this film twice. I scanned it for Negative Lab Pro, and I also let Epson take the wheel and do the colors. I will say I'm a little bit biased. I think my edits are better, but here's a side-by-side on a couple of images just so that you can see the difference. I think I'm the winner, but I'll leave that up to you. I think this film excels at landscapes. It's really cool to look at your surroundings and see these alien worlds created out of them. You know, take your home and make it into No Man's Sky. Sean Murray would be proud.
No.
But it's an experimental color shifting film, so you gotta expect the unexpected. I definitely have my thumb up the ass of the analog photography meme community, so I know a lot of people like to make fun of Lomochrome Purple and all those, and I'm not gonna lie, I've definitely laughed at a few of those memes, but keep in mind, this is for fun. You're supposed to have fun while you're doing this. I'm really excited about this one because I never tried Lomochrome Turquoise before, and I love to see new films and weird experimental stuff happening. So thank you guys for checking this video out. Thanks again to Lomography for sending me the roll. Let me know if you've used Lomochrome Turquoise before, or if you're excited to try it out in the future. As always, you can smash that subscribe button. Make sure you share this video with all your film friends. This video is now over. Goodbye.
Like and subscribe. Sweet Loop Photography. Dumb man.